What are the main beliefs of your faith?
The main belief is meditating on God, doing a service to humanity, so that could be through like selfless service, so helping someone, giving out free food, that kind of thing, and also living honestly as well, because bigger than truth is truthful living. So that's our main beliefs.
Can you explain the main rites of passage of your faith?
Yeah, so we have ceremonies for like if you're born, it's called Janam Sajar. So when a baby is born, we have a naming ceremony. So we take a passage from the scriptures, and then the first ung, which ung means page in our language, also means body part. The first letter on that ung, on that page, that's the name that will be given to the child. So if it starts with an A, for example, then we'll find a name starting with A. So that's for birth, and we give something called it's like a almost birth amrit, which is a holy water, and that's just to put them initially into the path, and later on there will be next stage, which would be becoming a full amritari, which is a practicing Sikh, like myself. Then you have a amrit sanchar, so that's a bit different. That's more you committing yourself. So as a child, you go through a janam sanchar, which is something the parents do, and you have some drops of the amrit into your mouth, and reading of our first bani, which is our first prayer in the morning, which is Japji Seb. That's read out as well as the holy water put into the kid's mouth. And then when you're an adult and old enough to understand, then you would take the Amrit and become Amritari, practicing Sikh. And same, so death, we have a ceremony as well, and there's certain scriptures that go with those ceremonies. But one thing we have in common as Sikhs, we believe in obviously living in the will of God. So whether you're born, whether it's a marriage or death, the same Shabbat, which is a hymn, is read out.
Are there any symbols or clothing that are important to your religion?
Yeah, so symbols in terms of, we'll look at clothing as well, as we wear the 5Ks. So I have the 5Ks part of my uniform, but some Sikhs will wear the uniform that I have on, which is called a chola. Some people call it bana. You can also wear a kurta as well. But traditionally, Sikhs wore like a bana like this, which is called a chola. But it's not something you have to wear. But in terms of 5Ks, having your uncut hair and your ceremonial dagger and your kara and your kashera and the kanga, that is part of our uniform. So those symbols are very important to a practicing Sikh.
How do these affect your daily life?
Initially, when I first became a practicing Sikh, they obviously are difficult to manage at start, wearing the kirpan, for example, around the body, things like that. But then having the love for these objects or these symbols of faith become part of your life, so it doesn't affect me at all, just because it's like the norm.
Is there any one thing you want people to know about your faith?
One thing I would say, that if you do see a baptized Sikh who has a kirpan around their waist, around their body, don't be scared. Those people who are practicing Sikhs like myself, I can almost guarantee you that they're very humble people, and we are saint soldiers. So that's one thing I like to make clear, because we are soldiers, but if you're not got your saintly side to you, then obviously a soldier can be quite aggressive, but with the saintly side, it keeps that soldier side at bay. So yeah, that's one thing I like people to know, that if you see someone with a Sikh like myself, with the full uniform on and the kirpan showing, because some people do get quite apprehensive when they see the kirpan being a sharp object, but I like to reassure them that you're in safe hands.